Hey, what's going on? James here, and in front of me is a bunch of junk that I ended up grabbing over the past handful of months, and yeah, I'll just share it with you guys, and maybe I can actually find some free time to play with this junk. Anyways, I'll do the few items here that I got from the Durham video game show that was in late October, I believe. Started up, we have a Wavebird controller. I've actually been wanting one of these for a while, and you know what? Decided to finally pull the wallet out for this one. Says 90. I'd say it's in decent shape. Definitely not mint or perfect, but good enough. But it's definitely seen a little bit of playtime and love from a previous owner. And it does have the receiver. I know it's in a Ziploc, might not be easily noticeable. I haven't taken this out of the bag to clean yet, so that will be immediately after. But anyways, 90, I paid 75. I think that's honestly not bad for the condition and obviously having the receiver as well. So I can finally knock that off my want list because, like I said, for quite a few years I've actually wanted one of those. Next up we have Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe for the Switch. If I'm not mistaken, this has, it has two. Super Mario Bros. U and then Super Luigi U. So hopefully quite a few hours to play on that. 50 bucks. Yeah. These Nintendo properties don't typically dip in value too much. So I was like, whatever. It was convenient, I was already there. And this I thought was all right for 5 bucks. I love my ice trays. I've got, oh gosh, dozens now of different shapes and themes. And so I have a second Space Invaders ice cube tray. This one actually is different. The one that I've had for years has smaller sprites and does not have the large ship at the top. Whereas these ones here are much larger cubes and deeper in volume. So I can mix it up between the two. And you know, I like it for 5 bucks. I wasn't going to complain about that. I definitely would have paid that or more than that at retail. And when I looked at the back of this, it has a 2013 stamp for manufacturing. So this thing's 10 years old. So let's call it retro. All right, and then I ended up attending Troy, or oh goodness, his channel name is evading me at the moment. I'll put a link to it in the bottom. Canadian Retro, there it is. I attended his overnight 25-hour stream and made a donation. And he normally has a little grab box for people that come and help him out, for, keep him awake. So on the way out, I ended up grabbing, shockingly did not already have this, Bust-A-Move 2, being a massive fan of the franchise. So that was great. I did own this years and years ago on the Saturn, so I am quite familiar with it, but yeah, shockingly never made it back on the shelf there. So I was really appreciative to find that. And a greatest hits copy of Chrono Cross. Gosh knows when I'll actually find time for another RPG, but hey, it's here when I do. And everything else I like, actually no, this one here. Let's go back to that. Durham Video Game Show again. This I did not buy. I ended up getting a camo version of this controller completely free through Dell points. They said, my points are expiring, you gotta spend them or just lose them. I'm like, well, if you're gonna give me something for free, I'll take whatever the highest value item I can get out of that. And it ended up being on the site a PlayStation 5 DualSense or whatever you call these controllers. I get it, looking at it like, you know, I kind of don't really dig the camo color too much, so I just left it factory sealed, thinking I'll do something with it, sell it or trade it, and that's exactly what I did. I found a vendor at the show with 4 of these in pink, 3 or 4, pretty sure it's 4, and I factory sealed as well. And so I mentioned, like, you know, you got 4 of these controllers. Do you have any need and or interest in a camo version, factory sealed as well, just as a straight up trade? And he jumped on it, said, yeah, no problem. You know, he even actually drove it to my house for the swap. He ended up driving through, going into Toronto anyways. He's like, yeah, I can just drop by and do that for you. I'm like, all right, let's do that. So at a later date, he swung by. We did a little bit of a driveway swap, and got myself a nice, fashionable Barbie-ish theme PlayStation 5 controller. Should stand out a little bit more than the camo and a little bit easier to find. But what the heck, you know what? I need a second controller eventually, so that was my mindset. Then, actually, let's go for this piece of junk here. Expensive piece of junk. A lot of people rag on the GT 730 cards as being well-known garbage. And not only did I buy well-known garbage, I got one that is completely crippled before it ends up coming out of the box. Reason why is because this one is actually a 1X slot version of the GT 730. So you can take any performance that the GT 730 might have had and just throw it right out the window, because this is like as crap as it can get. But there is a reason to my madness. I'm trying to build a 1U streaming server, and anyone that's a server enthusiast knows that the built-in video is generally unusable for anything past the desktop or just, you know, text-based editing through a shell. So my thought process was, well, this fits in a 1X slot. It's tiny. It doesn't require any additional power hooked up to it. It'll just use what's on the slot. And HDMI, so at the very minimum, at least I can get, you know, a good enough signal through OBS through it. And also this hopefully serves as a dual purpose, because if with HDMI out, this should hopefully add audio to the server, which is missing. There's no audio jacks at all on, well, let's face facts, not many servers really require it anyways. So if I can get both those functions solved with this, that's cool. And then I just have to throw the Elgato in there as well. So that will eventually be done. I still got a few things to do before getting that into A, try to build it, see if the darn thing even works, and B, actually get it into the rack if it does. Then this was on sale. We call it pre-Boxing Day pricing or whatever through Amazon. I ended up getting this for considerably cheaper than even just buying it retail before taxes. So I thought, why not? I'll bite the bullet on this. And this one here serves a dual purpose as well. The ultimate wireless controller from 8-Bit Do or 8-Bit Do, whatever. But the nice thing with this is that you can actually has a switch on the back so that you can use a USB dongle that comes with it to go to one machine. And then it also has Bluetooth, in which you can just flip the switch on the back for another device. So you don't actually have to reassign it every time. You can use it between two devices with just a quick flip of the switch on the back of this thing. So you know what? That's pretty cool. And it comes with a really neat little charging base as well. I'm probably going to do a separate video just on this, just literally because I'm interested in seeing how well that this works between two devices. How much lag time there is between flipping that switch from going from one to the other. And lastly, I didn't actually already own this when I got the pink PlayStation 5 controller, but what the heck. Oh, I got the PlayStation 5 Spider-Man bundle, whatever. This was, what do you call it, not Boxing Day, Black Friday weekend. So I ended up getting this, and the pricing worked out getting the console and basically you end up with the game for free, like totally free, and then you're paying almost retail for the console. I'm like, I was eventually going to get one anyways. Why not now? Because I certainly hope on having a little bit more free time, because I got permanent full-time with the hospital now. So after a little more than 2.5 years of heavy grinding, you know what? Hopefully I could quit some of my side gigs, actually stay home for a little bit. That's a novel idea. And enjoy all this crap that I bought here and all this crap behind me here. That'd be wonderful. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Catch y'all next time.